everyone. Welcome to another episode of Real Spiritual Clarity. My name is Richard, and let's get started. Please listen, love, and forgive. That's listen, love, and forgive. Please dot all your I's and cross all your T's. I'm going to give you a little bit of the episode tidbit for today. Today was a crazy day. I mean, the morning was nuts. It seemed like when I drive to work, I have to go over a lot of like railroad tracks and through a lot of lights and things like that. Every railroad track, there was something going on at it. All the arms were down, or either they were coming up, going down. It was all over the place. Every one of those railroad tracks, you couldn't get over those crossings, and it was such a delay. Everything was delayed. There were lights out everywhere. So you'd have to pause and be very careful because they'd be flashing. Normally, you'd wait for the red and then you'd go. In this case, they were just flashing red and yellow. So you had to wait and be careful and then you could go. So what I got out of that, between not being able to go over the crossings and with the lights, being out and you having to be cautious with the lights, what I got was that divine masculine, he's figuring out his direction right now. He's figuring out the way to go. Okay? He knows where he wants to go. He knows what he wants to do, but he's figuring it out. There's so much information that has come from downloads. There's so many towers he's been through. There's so many, lessons. There's so many things that have come through his brain that he just is in a confused state, really. He's like, how am I supposed to go? He's at a crossroad. Which way am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to do this? So a long time ago, I used to do some readings like this, and I decided I'm going to do one like this. What I do is I shuffle the cards and then I lay them out. And I'm using the Guardian Angel Tarot. I'm using the Message of Love Oracle cards, the white ones. And then I'm going to end with the Gemstone Whisper deck. And then what I do is, I explain, that I pre-shuffled the cards. I dealt them out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick them up and then I'm going to flip them over. And then that's how I'm going to do the reading. Okay. So let's empty out the area right now. Some of them came out double, so I just took them. So I'm going to be doing a lot of quick talking because I don't like to make long videos. So that's the Gemstone Whisper ones. These are the Message of Love Oracle cards. And I'm going to pick them up exactly how I put them down. So then this way, they'll come out exactly the way they're supposed to. And this is the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. And now we're going to start the reading. So the first Guardian Angel Message Tarot is, sorry about that, Three of Water, or Three of Cups. So divine masculine is, he could be celebrating, could be going out, he could be with friends, he doesn't know exactly how he's going to do this stuff, but he's celebrating life with his friends right now. He's enjoying, and there's nothing wrong with that. He could be in the middle of getting rid of some friends and getting new friends, or getting rid of old friends and meeting new friends, because I see a lot of butterflies around these people. So there could be some transformation going on also. Okay. But he's in that process of celebration. He wants to really come back and celebrate with divine feminine. He wants them to be very lighthearted and go out and enjoy each other's company. Okay. That's what I'm getting out of that one. And the next card out is, Six of Pentacles. So, he could be feeling like he wants to have equal give and take with her. In this card it says charity, generosity, and windfall. Could have, come into some money. Maybe he hit a lottery. Maybe he got a inheritance. Maybe he sold the house and he got money from it. But he's feeling like he, he's doing pretty well right now financially, according to this. Some of them are not, but some of them are. Okay. And I see that the angel has green on, so it could be opening up that heart chakra too. And I see where she has that gold sash around her neck. So it could be that he's healing his throat chakra, so he knows what to say and how to say it. But it could be that he's going through some type of healing right now also. Okay. And the next guardian angel message tarot is, yep, because he's doing this for his Queen of Wands. I mean, his Queen of Soul. I mean, Queen of Pentacles, which is divine feminine. It could be that divine masculine likes a more full-figured person. You know, there's a lot of people that if they're a thin person or in shape person, they like full-figured people. Like that's what they're attracted to. Like they're not attracted to, like, if it could be a muscle guy or a guy that likes to go to the gym, but like what he likes in a person that's going to be with him is like a full-figured person, like a person with a little bit of meat on their bones. Okay, he finds that so attractive. And I feel like there's a lot of them out there right now that have that feeling towards their divine feminine. Like they just love her body. They love the curves. They love the way she looks. They love the way she smells. They love just everything about her. Okay? And divine feminine's got it going on. You know, you see this beautiful green in here. She's opened her heart. She has on that beautiful blue. You know, she has her emotions together. She has that beautiful mirror behind her with that gold. There's a lot of healing that has happened in her life. And she's doing it, you know. She's being graceful. She knows she's capable, and she's practical. You know, she has her money or whatever, but she knows how to spend it, you know, in a good way, not squandering it, but spending it the way in which it makes sense. Okay. And then the next guardian angel tarot card is, yeah, Five of Wands. But like I told you, he you know, like I told you before with that original, you know, at the crossroads, doesn't know which way to go. You know, he could feel a little bit of conflict right now in his brain saying, well, you know, all the things that have happened between us, you know, should I approach? You know, he got so much information from people that no longer serve him now. You know, you shouldn't deal with her. You know, she's not the right person for you. You know, and he mulled that stuff over in his mind. But a lot of those people, he's already gotten rid of them. He got them out of his life already because he knew that they didn't serve him well. So he's going through that confusion right now, like not knowing what direction to go in, not knowing which way to go, because he doesn't want to make the wrong decision. Okay? He loves his divine feminine, but he loves himself also, and he's going to follow his intuition and trust himself to get to the right spot. Okay? But in that process, he's feeling a little bit of annoyance. He's feeling some conflict. You know, also, he could see the divine feminine had a glow up. So he could be feeling a little bit of competition, a little bit of jealousy towards the divine feminine. Okay? And the final guardian angel tarot message card is Three of Swords. Yeah. Because like I said, you know, he knows that he's loved her for a long time. He's cared for her. He wants her. But he took so long to come to the table. You know, a long time ago, maybe when they were together, she offered her love to him and he refused it. He said, nah, I don't feel that way. You know, I don't feel what you feel. But deep down, he knew he felt the same exact way. So now he's kicking himself. You know, he's feeling that sorrow. He wants her forgiveness and he's going through that healing right now. You know, and normally in the Three of Swords is her heart and the swords are in the heart. In this case, you know, you see divine masculine. It's a woman depicted here. Could be a man or woman. It's all spirit. You see that he's feeling sorry for himself, but he has that red on for trying to ground himself. He has the blue on for grounding his emotions, and you see those angels are in the background. Okay, it could be some interracial in these situations. I see a white angel and a black angel. Okay, but I see where the guy has on green and the woman has on blue, so it could be heart opening and also getting those emotions together, you know, opening up the throat chakra to know what to say. But in any event, he's looking for her healing, looking for her forgiveness. He's going through healing, but he's looking for divine feminine to forgive him for the things that he has done. Okay? He wants to get out of these crossroads. He wants to get onto that road of recovery, that road of forgiveness, that road of healing, so he can get back to living and being in that beautiful relationship that he wants with his divine feminine. He's hoping and praying she'll give him that second chance to make that wrong right. And that was the Guardian Angel Tarot. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. And now we're going to be using the Message of Love Oracle cards. The first Message of Love Oracle card is trust. It says, it is safe to trust this situation. Okay? So, the thing I can tell Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine is these situations are divinely guided. Okay? And there's also divine timing. So, no matter when it comes back, it's going to be the right timing. It's going to be the right time, right situation. Now, you guys have to have these heart-to-heart conversations, and whether you guys end up being together after that conversation, or whether you guys end up going your separate ways, it's going to end that cycle, and your lives are going to change completely. If you're not with your divine counterpart, there's going to be another person that comes, Spirit's going to send, and they're going to be with you, and your life will be great. That's going to be for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Okay? If you guys are not together with each other, there'll be an alternate sent for you, so that you will still have a good life and a beautiful life. Okay? So you have to trust that situation. Trust that everything's going to work out well in this situation. Okay? The next Message of Love Oracle card is here and now. Your true love is already part of your life. So it could be that Divine Feminine, because of the waiting and because of the long time it took Divine Masculine to do his part, it could be that, she has somebody else already in her life, another soulmate. Okay, so that person could be in her life right now, along with Divine Masculine still making up his mind, getting out of those crossroads and making his way back to her also. Okay, and I feel like the minute that Divine Masculine ends up showing up, that's when your soulmate's coming too. So you're going to have to make that decision concerning the two of them. Okay, but it's not going to be a rush decision. You take your time and you make it and you follow your intuition, and Spirit's going to lead you to the right situation. Okay, and the next card out is, there's a lot of passion involved. Okay, now that's another thing, because if you had previous relations with your Divine Masculine before you guys had your separation, it could be that Divine Masculine is going to become, he knows how he came before. He came very passionate, but you do have passion for him. But you know what? You have to follow your intuition. You have to come almost like go above that passion and say, you know what? You got to almost do pros and cons in your head. He may be gorgeous. He may be handsome, really hot, whatever. But is that what's going to serve you for the long term? It's not just about a physical situation. There's other things that are involved in a relationship. You got to cover all the bases in order for you to know the perfect person who's going to be with you and who's going to serve you well. Okay? So, the passion is one thing, but it doesn't mean that that's what's going to drive you to make your decision. It should be other things that really drive you to make that decision. Okay? And the next Message of Love Oracle card is, here's that forgiveness again. Divine Masculine wants that forgiveness. It says, forgive yourself or another will help you move forward. So when you guys have that heart-to-heart conversation, always say listen intently, always say love unconditionally, and I always say forgive. Okay? Because that forgiveness is going to go so much further in your life, whether you're with your Divine Masculine or not. Okay? That forgiveness is going to heal you. It's part of your healing to forgive that person. Because believe it or not, neither one of you really knew what you were getting yourselves into or doing. Because even if you lived multiple lives together, when you came back together, you didn't remember that. Through those lessons and all of that is how you remembered those situations. So you have to forgive, because it always says forgive them for they know not what they do. Really and truthfully, some of that stuff Divine Masculine did, he didn't even know what he was doing. Okay? And the next Message of Love, unless it was abuse or something like that, that's different. But if it's just the normal, both of you felt so intently in love and passionate about each other, and it happened so quickly that sometimes that scares people. Some people are like, what is this? How do I feel this way about this person? I just met him. Well, the reason you did is because you knew each other for a lot of lifetimes, but you didn't remember the lifetimes. You only remembered that moment at that time. So that's what I mean about that forgiveness. It hits people hard sometimes. They're like, wait a minute, I don't know what this is. This seems weird to me. And they run. You know what I'm saying? The next message of love oracle card is, yep, back then you guys were on different pages. Could be that he had a wife, could be that he had kids, could be that he just didn't want to get in a relationship. He could have been a single-minded person. But now through all those lessons, all those towers, all those situations, he found out, you know what, I feel exactly how she felt. I know that it makes sense to me now. When it first was happening, I didn't understand it, but now I get it. And it could be that he had to go through that lessons, through those towers, through those situations, for all of those things to be taught to him before he actually got it in his mind. So originally you guys were on the same, or weren't on the same page, but today you are. Okay? And the final message of love oracle card is apology. This is what he's going to come and do for Divine Feminine. He has to apologize. Because some of the stuff could have been a little crude the way he did it, and he knows it. Says you can expect the apology you want to hear. So Divine Masculine knows I have to come back and I got to put my tail between my legs and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. It was pretty cruel. It was pretty mean. And I ask your forgiveness. Okay? Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. And the final cards we're going to be using are the Gemstone Whisper deck. The first Gemstone Whisper deck card is Aztec Gold Greed. It says, I guess that's one of the stones, like one of the crystals. Aztec Gold Greed. I don't know what it is. It looks like one of those like symbols when you go to like Mexico, the Aztec people. It says our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, and that we have more curiosity than we understand. We grasp at everything, but catch nothing except wind. So you know what? We got to really look at a situation. We got to say, you know what? Just like I said, you can't look at the outer cover of situation. If the person's handsome, or if she's beautiful, could be man or woman, it's all energy. Whoever the person is, if that beauty is something that seems like it's like really, really striking and overshadowing, you have to look at everything. You can't just look at that. That's only one aspect of the person. When you see that whole person, that's how you make your decision concerning that person. Their personality, whatever their finances are, what they're bringing to the table, the type person that they truly are. Did they learn their lessons? What did they learn? Do you see a different person in front of you? Are their actions speaking the same way? Or are they different actions now? All of that stuff plays a big part in making that decision concerning a yes or no answer when it comes to those heart-to-heart conversations. Okay. And the next Gemstone Whisper deck card is Aragonite. It says change. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. You know what? Like I said, those lessons and towers and things, those things have changed quite a few of you. Okay? Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So when that person comes back to you, Divine Feminine, you'll know if they've truly changed or not. You'll know if they're the same person and they haven't done anything, or you'll know that they're completely changed. Okay? And the next Gemstone Whisper deck card is Garnet. It says justice. Mercy bears richest fruits. It says mercy bears richer fruit than strict justice. Okay? So that's like the forgiveness, Garnet, or either this Aragonite might be some crystals that you guys want to look into to help you through your journey. But this Garnet is a Capricorn stone. But the justice is a Libra. Libra, the card. So it could be that there could be some Capricorns and some Libras involved with these relationships. But like I said, mercy bears richer fruit than strict justice. So you got to be careful. You gotta, weigh it out. You got to weigh it out. You can't just look at one situation and say, oh, it's over. You got to weigh through your head, and spirit will lead you and guide you to the proper person to pick. Okay, your intuition is going to help you through these heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, and the next gemstone whisper deck card is citrine. It says illusion. Everything you can imagine is real. Okay, so you know what? A lot of times, when you guys were in that original relationship or original meeting, there was a lot of illusion. Instantly you were so attracted to each other. If you had the physical situation, you loved it. It worked out so great. But everybody was like, oh my God, I find everything perfect about the person. You didn't even know the person. So therefore you couldn't make that determination yet because you didn't know them. You just met them. You were running on a physical situation. You weren't really running on, I know how they are, I know how they feel, I know what they do. You weren't running on any of that. Now you'll be running on that stuff also. And that is what's going to help you make that total decision. You won't be at a crossroads anymore. You won't be in indecision. You are going to know through your intuition if I'm supposed to pick my divine masculine or I'm supposed to pick my soulmate. Okay, the other person. Okay. The next gemstone whisper deck card is lapis lazuli. It says open. The only way to find true happiness is to risk being completely cut open. Okay? That's true. When you guys come back together, you got to be vulnerable. Vulnerability scares a lot of people. People are afraid to be vulnerable. But you know what? If the person is truly for you, your heart will open, your feelings will change. You'll be like totally comfortable with that person. If you could feel comfort with that person and you feel like there's nothing, you feel like everything's working out the way it's supposed to, that's really a good green flag that person is for you. If you feel tension and you feel like there's a problem and you feel like, when they're saying stuff to you, you're not feeling it, that's a big red flag, so you'll know where your green flags are and where your red flags are. Your feelings are going to tell you that. Okay. And the next gemstone whisper card is, wow, sorry, is it rhododendronite? It says harmony. Out of clutter, find simplicity. Okay, so you know what? Sometimes something may look like it's all jumbled up or a total disaster. But when you really look at it, from a different perspective, from a different point of view, it ends up being, pretty decent, pretty straightforward. You can't judge that. I always say you can't judge the book by its cover. You got to actually open the book and read some of those pages within that book in order to get more of a grasp as to how that book is and what it's about. Okay. And the next gemstone whisper deck card is Amazonite. It says truth. But better to get hurt by the truth than comfort with a lie. That's what these comfort zones are. Okay? Divine masculine knows the truth. He knows how he feels about divine feminine. Okay? But he's been living in that comfort zone over there, which is a total lie. Once he woke up and once he found out after those downloads, after those towers, after the situations that he knows no longer serve him left him, he knows what the truth is and what the lie is. So at this point, if he doesn't use his conscious, his willpower, his own way of thinking to get himself out of it, there's nothing you can do for him, divine feminine. Okay? He has to come willingly and by himself and for himself. He can't worry about, oh, well, I'm in this situation, there's nothing I can do. You can always do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, no matter where you are. Okay? But he has to make that decision. Divine masculine has to make that decision to cut off that karmic cycle and begin a new cycle with you. If he doesn't make that, there's nothing you can do for him. Okay? And the final gemstone whisper deck card is Black Prince. The Black Prince's ruby lust. Each of us is born with a box of matches inside of us, but we can't strike them all by ourselves. Okay, so like I said, this is where that passion is, where the lust is, all of that. Those things are going to come into play when this divine masculine comes back to you. Like I said, you guys, if you've already experienced that side of it, you're going to be like, well, you know what? I know how I feel about that. It was great. He looks good. You know, he smells good. He makes me feel like $1,000,000. But that's only one aspect of the whole book. That's like the outside cover. That physical aspect, that part that you see, you know, the part you smell, the part that comes to you and they kiss you and they hug you and they make you feel good or whatever. That's only one part of the book. In order for you to learn that book, you got to open that book and read it. Okay? And sometimes when you read it, it doesn't matter what the cover looks like. You're going to be like, I ain't taking this book. I'm throwing this one away. This is not for me. Okay? And I'm not knocking anyone. I'm not saying that that's going to be work for everybody. But if you have divine masculine over here and you have your soulmate over here, you got to look at both of those books. And you got to look at those books long and hard. And you got to make the decision on which book is going to be best for you. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank Spirit for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. Like I always say, when you guys have these heart-to-heart conversations, please listen intently. Please love each other unconditionally. And most of all, please forgive. I love all you guys and have a great day. Bye.